know what I'd be open to? If she really worked on herself. That's what I'd be open to. And I'm not talking about doing ayahuasca. I'm talking about real life therapy.
Obviously, we have a lot of drama between you and Teresa going down, but watching it back, how are you feeling, watching it back, watching that fight with Teresa?
I actually feel worse than when I lived it because I didn't know what she was saying off camera, what she was saying downstairs. To hear her say that she's coming to beat me up. I mean, she's pushing 50, saying she's going to come beat me up. That's upsetting. Obviously, it's more upsetting to watch it back.
Was there anything about that night that you regret that you didn't say or that you should have done? Was there anything about that night that you wish you could have done over?
No. I mean, I think I handled it very, very well. Mm-hmm. I was calm. I was never going to do something back. What is disturbing to me is after the ponytail pull and that year, she said she was going to do everything to make it up to me. The way she handled it, I think she handled it poorly, by deflecting and being dishonest and not being upfront. It could have gone a totally different way. With that being said, we also decided after the ponytail, there will never be any, physicality amongst us. And that went totally down the tubes.
I spoke to Teresa recently and she said, never say never when it comes to a friendship with Margaret. Do you believe that?
That I think that them two can
repair their friendship?
I do.
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And I mean, yeah, I'm going to say, I can't speak for them, but I can say that there's hope there, yeah.
Do you want to have a friendship with Teresa at this point, or do you think that that's
I tried, and I think that I even tried after everything she's done, and she wasn't as receptive. I mean, it's on her. Mm-hmm. That's not on me. That is not on me.
So, but you'd be open to it if she was
Listen, you know what I'd be open to? If she really worked on herself. That's what I'd be open to. And I'm not talking about doing ayahuasca. I'm talking about real life therapy.
What did you make of Teresa? Like you said, people can't really talk about her relationship, but she has no problem sometimes talking about other people's relationship. What did you make of her kind of talking about you and Tiki's relationship behind your back?
It's just another example of a Teresa-ism in her life where she gets to make the rules and not play by them. My husband's not allowed to ask her boyfriend a question that's happening in real time, yet she could go and look up 12-year-old fake news articles about me and try to talk about it. But I mean, at the end of the day, I've told her a couple of times during filming, if I have no problem if you ask me a question. Mm-hmm. That's getting to know someone. So
listen, Teresa has body shaming this season more than once. She has in the past orchestrated ponytail pull on me. She has always taken everybody's side over me in every fight, be it Danielle, be it Jennifer. Historically, I have never done that to her. I ask questions. I don't even say anything bad about this guy. I ask questions that are out there everywhere, in every media outlet, just like that any concern from do, and all of a sudden I'm evil. So she always comes a place of that, that I am the worst. So I find that very, very bizarre. And everybody else knows that I am not that.
It seems like it's a lot of people versus Teresa at the end of this. I mean, does Teresa walk away with anybody kind of by her side? I mean, does Dolores
always
still?
Jennifer.
Always Jennifer.
Always Jennifer. Always Jennifer. And I think, Dolores will always be a great friend. I mean, you guys know from the press that she wasn't at Teresa's engagement party, and I don't understand what that's about. And I do think something's there that they're not talking about, but I think they'll always be friends.
A lot of people were actually really surprised that Teresa did not invite you to the engagement party. I know that you said you weren't hurt by that, but there was were you confused at the time as to why? Did you ask her why,
I did. Mm-hmm. And I spoke to her and she said it was a small affair. She said that it was because of that her and I didn't go out as couples. So the engagement party was based on people that they interacted with as couples. It wasn't my fault that we didn't go out as couples. I was in between relationships, and the relationship I was in before with David, he didn't really socialize. So Of course, did I say, yeah, I would like to have been invited, would have been nice, but I'm not going to take away from her happiness by fighting with her over her party that she didn't invite me to.
Were you ever scared to be on the other side of Teresa's wrath, or scared now knowing what happened with Margaret?
I think in the beginning, I was a little hesitant to ever really speak my mind to Teresa because she does come off very aggressive, but the further along in filming I realized, she has a lot of bark, but not a lot of bite.
Yeah.
And, the worst she can usually do is yell at you.
Do you think that you'll be invited to the wedding?
No, definitely not. I don't even think my invitation would be lost in the mail.
Do you think you'll score an invite to the wedding?
I absolutely don't.
I mean, and now that you've gotten to know Louis a little bit more and if talking to him, do you still see any red flags, or are you happy for her in this relationship?
Okay, so that's two separate things because I'm definitely happy for her. No matter what, I believe in karma, and it does me no good to wish bad on anybody else. So I'm happy for Teresa. I think that a happy person doesn't do bad things. So I want Teresa to be happy. Louis, I tend to believe women. So I would like to not say that it's just a bunch of vindictive exes. So I think both things. I think in person, when you meet him, he's a really nice guy. He really is. He's charming. He's sweet. He seems to want peace, but it doesn't mean that any of the stuff in his past is not true. So, I don't know. I don't know. And I think a lot of people don't know.
Do you want this relationship to work out for her?
Of course, no one wants to see anything bad happen to her.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that. I mean, that's insane.